All right, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Tuesday morning sales meeting. A very special meeting on deck today as we are in the week of Veterans Day. We'll be talking about some really awesome stuff that Keller Williams Realty International is doing as it relates to our veteran community. And then we'll actually hear from some veteran spouses, and parents of veterans as a part of our panel at the top of the hour. Want to just remind everybody that all of these are recorded. We had about 120 of our agents at our business planning clinic yesterday. And so we are a little light on attendance today, probably because people don't want another hour of my voice after yesterday. So we are going to, we're going to jam through, but I do think that this is going to get a lot of views, as this is an important thing. It's an important time of year for what we're going to be talking about, and some really great stuff happening on the horizon from a KW standpoint. All right, so as we like to start every week, talk a little bit about our mission, and we delivered on it big time yesterday in our conversations about planning 2022 for our individual real estate businesses. And so our mission, again, is to build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving. Yesterday was a great opportunity to check all of those boxes. And if you missed out yesterday, if you were unable to make it, don't worry, we will be able to help you out. All right, so official numbers from October in the MLS closed last week. We had, we were down 1% in listings as an office, the market down 2%. So listings, more important now than ever. You're going to see some stuff in a few slides that are going to reiterate that. So if you have a listing, if you have something coming, if you have something that's recently taken a price reduction, please get that into the chat box so that we can let all of our other colleagues know what we have coming, and so that we can continue to paint the town red. So let's talk about October numbers for our market center. As you can see in the middle column, that is our October versus October number. So October of 2021 versus October of 2022, and then our year to date, so January through October.
Hello, this is Sam.
As a market center. Hey, Sam, how you doing, man? As a market center, one thing I want to call out here is that, you say, oh my gosh, units down 8%, listings down 1%. What's going on? October of 2020 was the biggest month in 2020. So think about how wild 2020 was, all the things that were moving and shaking in 2020. And October was the largest month. So our performance against that is quite good, given what we know about what's going on with seasonality, what's happening with the market in general, what's happening with interest rates. There's a lot of actual positive things about these numbers. And of course, our year-to-date performance continues to be really, really strong, driven by pretty much every month prior to this one, as we have had a breakout year in a lot of categories. And obviously the most important thing that we always focus on is, are our agents making more money? And the answer is, for October and for the year, yes, and quite a lot. All right, now, as I said, there's a couple things that I want to make sure that we're all aware of as it relates to what's happening with the market. The blue line that you're looking at there is new listings by month. New listings by month is your blue line. And then the red line is pended, and the solid green bar is sold. So for the first time in a long time, right, the first time this year, we are seeing the pended business in a month go above the new listings in a month. So This is not cause for alarm, and this is actually not atypical in most fall or fourth quarter seasons. But it has been a while since we've seen it, and it is a reminder that that seasonality curve is coming into play, and that the listings will be even more valuable now, right? I mean, still over 5,000 homes sold last month, really strong month overall. Listings tailing off a little bit versus their trend line, and pendings picking up a lot. So we should see all those pendings come through and close in November and December this year. But just keep your eyes on that and stay focused on listings throughout the winter, right? If a listing doesn't come through in the winter, it very well can come through in the spring. So, as we also like to talk about time to time, anytime real estate is in the news, it is a good opportunity for us to talk to our clients, our current clients, our past clients, anybody in our sphere, anybody in our database. As we say, there's no good markets and bad markets. We are just have markets that we can talk more or less about. So something happened, and I'm sure there is. I think we saw a pretty fire meme in the Facebook group about this one, but Zillow is closing its home buying flipping arm. So they are going to be out of the home purchasing business, and they are taking a ton of flack, as they should, in the media for this. There's a lot of really great articles written by yes, people in the real estate community, but also people just in the finance and trading communities about Zillow's decision to get rid of this piece of their business, which they saw as a huge opportunity to take territory from individual real estate agents and consolidate the values of homes and what's next for the market into a bunch of algorithms. They're going to take about a $500 million loss, it looks like, from this, and have to lay off 25% of their employees. And that is substantial for them. The quote from their CEO is that there's unpredictability. Can you believe it? There's unpredictability in forecasting home prices, and that far exceeds the anticipated gains of scaling Zillow offers. Right now, that is not going to be a surprise to anybody on this call, that if anyone has had to fight for a price reduction or go back to a seller and say that we missed our moment in the market, and that we didn't sell at peak, we listed a week after peak. The most important thing to know is to make sure that your database knows this. Make sure that your database knows what is going on with Zillow, because Zillow's entire value proposition is related to this idea of search, yes, but people go there and dwell there for the home value, right? The Zestimate. And that is going to be, as any realtor knows, that is suspect at best, right? And typically overpriced. And this will be leveraged for you in listing conversations and conversations with buyers or sellers, for that matter, about what's going on or about the value of a home or their home. But just make sure that the people in your ecosystem know what's going on with this, and that you are the local economist of choice. You are the local expert. The reason that there are several individuals in our company who make a great living flipping houses and buying and reselling, and one of our guys even built an entire company to do it in mass, is because real estate is local and it is not algorithmic. And so take advantage of this opportunity to burrow your way into your clients' heads, that you are the person they should be coming to for real estate advice, for valuations, for CMAs, for refis, whatever it is. Anything under the sun is related to real estate, you can help with. All right, another really, really cool announcement that came out probably about 10 days ago, 8 days ago, went live, is the Keller Williams School of Real Estate. So we're all going to be hearing a lot more about this. This was a long time project for our company to find a way to get into relationship with individuals interested in a career in real estate sooner in the process. And this has come to fruition in a lot of places. We're going to talk about what is actually happening in Ohio. But this has been a full-fledged partnership with Kaplan Real Estate Education. And so there are some opportunities for all agents with this new partnership that KW has formed with Kaplan, and also some opportunities for you to grow your profit share. So there are 3 elements of this KW School of Real Estate. One is the pre-licensure course. Everybody on this call would have taken that. That's where you went to Hondros or Davis College or LCCC and you took your 120 hours. So there will be pre-licensure programs. They are not available in Ohio at this time. Then there is the KW Prep, which is the non-school training, right? So anyone who's also got a real estate license knows that a lot of the things that you learn in real estate school aren't necessarily the things that help you build a great real estate business. So KW Prep will be, something a little bit more structured and business oriented than the licensing school, but probably not a full-blown Ignite session, right? But this will be available to agents or people in the licensure process with the KW School of Real Estate. And then finally, and the one that we have available to us here in Ohio is the continuing education. And so we have access to all of the continuing education library for Ohio through Kaplan at a discounted rate. I think discounts are up to 30%. So there's an opportunity to save a bundle when you are doing all of your last minute CEs because you skip the ones in the office. So that is available. There are only 4 states, unfortunately, that are in the bucket that Ohio is, but know that we are we're working on getting that solved for KW Prep and for the pre-licensing. What's really cool here, guys, with our company, profit share works globally, right? So if you have a friend or family member, somebody that you know that's changing jobs, taking advantage of the Great Resignation, taking advantage of this idea that they're, that they maybe want to be their own boss, if they're in one of the red states, you can connect them with a KW Market Center and they could take their licensing courses for free. Right? So if you've got a friend in Arkansas, if you know somebody in Washington State that you keep in touch with and they're interested in getting their real estate license, you can help them access that at no cost, or little to no cost. And so if you want more information on this, you can go to KW Connect. There's some great headlines, some great articles, some great things there. But if you're interested in learning more about this, please let me or Danielle know. We'll keep you guys updated on how what's happening with this. As if the pre-licensing education becomes available in Ohio, that could have a pretty big impact on our opportunity to bring people into the industry and bring people into our company. All right, our upcoming sales meetings. So last week we talked about maximizing the moment in the market. Today we're going to celebrate our veteran community. Next week we're going to see a coaching real play call. No sales meeting on the week of Thanksgiving, and then we will round out our month with the Market Center update, where we'll go through a lot of great updates on what's going on with all facets of our organization. Quick reminder, if you missed it last week, we had a great reverse book club. The book was Never Eat Alone. We had great participation, great attendance. This is up on the YouTube page for anyone to view. I would encourage you, as you start into the holiday season, take advantage of this. It'll change the way that you approach what you're doing at holiday parties as you're connecting with people, and help you firm up your follow-up. All right, in case you missed it yesterday, guys, we had a ball at the Woodside Event Center at St. Michael's. And we had, as I mentioned, over 120 agents in attendance. A lot of really, really great stuff was discussed, business plans built, but don't worry, if you could not make it, you have not missed out on all of your chances to be a part of this conversation to build a business plan to fund your perfect life. So we will be doing a session on Saturday, November 20th from 9 a.m. to noon via Zoom, where we will cover the high watermarks and get you the deep dives into each one of the 4 models for the millionaire real estate agent and the business planning process. So we'll be talking economics, lead generation, budgeting, and organizational leverage. So put that on your calendar now. If you missed it, if you want to double dip because you had such a good time yesterday, you are welcome to do that also. But please take advantage of this opportunity to be a part of this conversation and plan for success next year. One thing we want to start doing is bringing some of these national call opportunities. So KWRI is continuing to provide a lot of really great content throughout or through the KW Connect platform, as they also continue to make improvements to that platform. So tomorrow, Julia Lachey Israel will be leading a conversation about the color of real estate and talking about how to limit and reduce biases in your real estate business that might be costing you deals. This is a really interesting, really impactful conversation to think about the way that we are framing 2 different segments of our database, which we talked about yesterday. Segmenting your database, talking to it in the most relevant and non-biased ways can be really, really powerful for activating that database for business. All right, on Monday the 22nd, we will be holding our monthly career nights. So please, if you know someone in school, if you know someone interested in a career in real estate, or if you know someone at any other brokerage that might be interested in learning more about Keller Williams, have them join us either in person or via Zoom on Monday, November 22nd at 5:30 p.m. And then prior to that, we are going to have some great gratitude gatherings. There will be food, there will be fun, there will be some drinks, and I'm also told there will be some pies from a local favorite. So do not miss these. Make sure they're on your calendar. They are going to be a ton of fun. We're going to celebrate our year, celebrate each other, and show some gratitude all around. It'll also be a great time to pick up your Joy of KW cookbook. Limited quantities remain, so make sure that you are getting in and getting those ordered right now, and you can pick them up at the gratitude gatherings on your respective side of town. One other really, really fantastic thing that is coming up on the KWRI front is the MAPS models course. So if you were like, man, I really enjoyed the conversation around models yesterday. I really enjoyed, the leveraging what has worked for so many other people, and you want to continue to dive down that rabbit hole. This is a fantastic MAPS course where you will explore all those models in really, really strong detail. We've had a lot of agents participate in this, and it has had tremendous impacts on their business. So please go check that out and explore that. And then as we work our way into the month of December, we are less than a month away from this tremendous event, which is our staging certification class. Good for 6 hours of CE. You leave with a certification, and it can be very impactful and a very big part of your business for 2022 for those of you looking to leverage some skill building for more listings. And then holiday party tickets will go out this week. You will be able to secure yours on Eventbrite. We have 2 tickets for any agent in the office. So that is for you and a guest, your spouse, your partner, whomever. And we will be at Goodnight John Boy on Saturday, December 11th. So don't miss out on that. Look for the Eventbrite link and secure your tickets now so we can get a good head count of who's going to be cutting a rug with us that night. All right, some quick updates on November marketing content. If you were with us at the Business Planning Clinic yesterday, we talked about the value of making sure that you had a well-planned and well-heeled marketing strategy. And so KWRI actually provides a lot of content on a regular basis as it relates to social and print. So let's look at some of those. Knowing that some of these have passed still, you can log into your command, drop down into designs, grab a happy Veterans Day graphic, schedule the post, and then on Thursday, it goes off without a hitch for you. Same thing for Thanksgiving, same thing for Hanukkah. You can edit and audit these in any way you want to make them your own, put your own lockup on it, all of that. Take advantage of this. Very easy way to get on the algorithm and in the mix with your clients through social media. The other thing that is awesome is they have continued to make these personally branded digital and print magazines more and more robust, more and more editable, more and more impactful. So if you have print marketing anywhere in your plans from yesterday, I encourage you to go explore this opportunity to capture some of the eyeballs as magazines are sitting on countertops and coffee tables for the next few months as people are coming over. But all of this can be with a couple clicks branded to you, pulling all your marketing information, your marketing profile, your stats from the year, all sorts of great stuff. So if you put print or digital media as a part of your plan yesterday, make sure you take advantage of these opportunities inside of KW Command. And TCPA has to be there. And then let's throw it over to our partners. First and foremost, we will go to our friends at Cross Country Mortgage. Sean and Don with us today. What's the latest and greatest?
Morning, everybody. All right, so couple things today. So last couple of meetings, they kept talking about the Fed meeting that was scheduled for last Tuesday, finished up on Wednesday. And the good news is they did exactly what everyone expected. So everybody had been talking about them likely making an announcement that they'll be tapering off from buying bonds and mortgage-backed securities. This was pretty much forecasted going back 90 to 120 days. And they pretty much followed the expectations to a T. So rates kind of started to push up a little bit in anticipation of that. Really, announcements made, no shocker, and that kind of calmed the markets down a little bit. So rates did not jump up. Rates basically held steady or maybe even improved a little bit. So that 30-year, we're going to be looking kind of just under 3% still, which is obviously a great place to be. So very good news on that front. And, obviously there's going to be a bit of volatility here moving forward, as it always is, with economic policy changes and things, forecasts coming out. So we'll keep you posted on that. The other topic, this being, Veterans Day coming Thursday, just wanted to touch on VA loans. Just put a kind of a general VA flyer in the chat box if anybody wants to grab that, just to kind of have in their marketing back pocket. But VA loans, 0 down, no PMI, maximum loan amount. It kept increasing, but I just closed an $800,000 0 down VA loan over the summer. Very flexible on credit. This particular buyer had a bankruptcy, less than 4 years, and a previous foreclosure. So VA loans are fantastic. It's a great niche for, I see Marie down there. If you've got a kind of a connection to the VA world, run towards it. Phenomenal programs. If you have a listing or a buyer looking to go with VA and just want kind of a little brush up, if you didn't make our last class, it's recorded somewhere, but you can always Don, myself, Chris Carmen, or just a phone call or a text away with any questions you have on that. But Don had to log off right at 10. So
no, I'm here, Sean.
Okay, go ahead, Don.
I do want to add something regarding VA. VA is the only loan versus FHA, conventional, USDA, where if the appraiser is struggling with value, he or she will call Tidewater. And what that does, they reach out to us and the realtor and let them know that they have 48 hours to submit any comps that they feel will help support value. A conventional loan won't do that. FHA won't do that. USDA won't do that. VA will. So that does give you the opportunity to help this guy or gal get value. And I just went through this on an actual VA new build. We're just, you know how hard it is for new builds. They can't compare it to other new builds because everything's not recorded properly. The appraiser was struggling for value. Reached out, realtor got everything back to us within 36 hours. Value actually came in 10,000 higher than the purchase price. So that's the only transaction where you're going to get the opportunity before the appraisal is submitted to help these guys support value. So please do not rule out a veteran offer on any of your properties.
Excellent. Thank you guys so much. Love the veteran focused content. Great opportunity in a lot of businesses, and also good to hear that the interest rate lifts were priced in, as they say, in anticipation for that last meeting. So good stuff all around. Interest rates still around 3%. Huge opportunity for buyers as we're seeing days on market go up. Prices will start, listed properties that have been on there for a while will start to come down. We're seeing in any given 7 days, somewhere from 7 to 12% of properties on the market taking price reductions. Affordability is really, really high right now. All right, over to Jade Tishka with Greater Metropolitan Title and Escrow.
Good morning, everyone. I don't know if everyone saw, but I just wanted to let you know, as of yesterday, GM Title is trying a one-person point of contact, which means Jennifer Novak will now be the point of contact for all deals. She will be, kind of working with your escrow team behind the scenes. But as of now, if you guys have any questions on any deals, anything specific in regards to an update, what's going on with anything in the deal, pretty much, Jennifer Novak is going to be your girl. Tiffany and I will still be here to answer any general questions, outside of office hours on the weekends. And of course, I will be here to do your net sheets, tax and legals, team meetings, open houses, everything you guys pretty much see me at. So I just wanted to let you know and reiterate that Jennifer Novak will now be your go-to girl. And, we are trying this out. I don't know of any other title company that is doing this. So if you guys have any suggestions, any feedback, anything like that, we are completely open to hearing those as well.
Yeah, this is very exciting. I mean, not only does everyone love Jen Novak and love working with her, but it also provides us an opportunity to streamline communications, provide a higher level of service, and then protect you as a client or an agent facing body for supporting their businesses, and Tiffany as our ultimate problem solver. So feel like it's a really strong division of labor and a great opportunity for us. Guys, if you haven't worked with GM Title yet, encourage you to explore their offerings. If you haven't worked with them in the last 6 months, encourage you to revisit that. We are having a ton of success and doing some really impactful things from a title standpoint.
Yeah, we're really excited about this. And we think it's just going to be better for everybody. One point of contact, not think about it. And so we're hoping it works out.
Excellent. Thank you, Jade. And now over to Gina Legeza with America's Preferred Home Warranty.
Good morning, Michael. Good morning, agents. Can everybody hear me okay? Michael, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Perfect. Perfect. I'm reminded of bold law, Michael. One of our bold laws is your business grows to the extent that you do. And with all the business planning, clinics, and energizing for a fantastic 2022, wanted to talk this morning about allowing me to help you grow your business through innovation. And I'm super excited to talk about this, Michael, because obviously things have bejudged in the 7 years I've been with America's Preferred Home Warranty. And that's our online web portal system called RealPro. It allows you agents to take care of your paperwork and your data collection form in under 30 seconds. So I want you to contact me so I can have a 5 to 10 minute Zoom with me and show you how I can make your life 100% easier by giving you the tools to do your warranty paperwork 110% easier through RoPro. If you've never tried this system and you've just kind of, thought about it, or in the past you've had issues, it has all been changed. I'm here for you, agents. You are going to love it. All mega producers, mega teams use this tool, and you can actually also use it from the privacy of your car. We have a mobile app for it. So please give me a call today so we can set up a 5 to 10 minute Zoom meeting and how I can impact your life through our online web portal system called RealPro.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. I mean, big part of yesterday's conversation was finding ways to create more efficiency, have more leverage, and we talked a lot about our partners being a path for that. So thank you for supporting that, Gina.
Thank you, Michael. Nice to see you.
Good to see you as well. All right, guys, let's dive into this conversation about honoring our veterans. So this week, every Keller Williams office throughout the United States is having this conversation with some veterans in their communities. And I actually am going to walk out on a limb here and see if I can pull this off. Sharing a video from from Carl Liebert, who is the CEO of KWX, the holding company that KW, Keller Offers, Keller Mortgage, and all of our entities belong to. He has put together for us about this experience. So let's see if I can get this to play. Hopefully you are looking at my screen and a veteran pen.
Hey team, we're so fortunate to have so many veterans representing Keller Williams as our partners, our agents, and our team members. Whether you served in the Army, the Navy, the Marines, Air Force, Space Force, Coast Guard, the National Guard, or in the reserves, you are bound together by a commitment to protect our people, our country, and our freedom. You and the partners and families who supported you have given and sacrificed so much to serve. Today, we want to honor you. As a symbol of our appreciation for you and your service, please accept the KW military pin you are receiving on behalf of our KW family. I wear mine proudly each and every day. It reminds me of the family I serve at KW, the country I served as a veteran in the United States Navy, and it keeps in mind that our role as leaders in this fantastic company of service to others. As a company, we want to do more for active duty military, veterans, and reservists as well, along with our partners and their families who have unique needs when it comes to home ownership. As veterans, you understand the pressures that come with constantly moving, leaving family behind while serving, and transitioning out of the military, all the things that go with that. I reflect on my military service a lot. I remember my first year on active duty, a ship out of Norfolk, Virginia, and being away from my wife, who's been with me for almost 34 years now, and being away from her for over 330 days that first year on deployments around the world. Our second year was a little better. I was only away 300 plus nights. But I know the sacrifices she and my family members made to support me as I was serving my country and serving throughout the world. As agents, many of you serve military and former military clients. Knowing what they need to feel supported and confident in their home selling and buying experience. Building on that strong foundation, today I'm proud to unveil a new service offering to those of you who serve those who serve. We're calling it KW Military. Our vision is to be the real estate company of choice for service members and their families across the full life cycle of their military careers and beyond. We want to give you the tools you need to provide an integrated home ownership experience to these individuals and families. Agents who join KW Military will have access to specialized training, premier coaching, events, and referral opportunities. As we roll out KW Military, we will continue to partner with our agents and teams that focus on giving a personalized experience and value to military service members and, of course, their families. We're working closely with military affinity groups, and we recognize their contributions and value to agents, their clients, and our company. This is a team effort. It's only the beginning. We're planning more ways to share appreciation and provide support to veterans and military families, whether they are partners, agents, or clients. We'll share more in February at Family Reunion, but for now, reach out to your regional director, your market center leadership team to find out more. Thank you for all that you've done and all that you do. Most importantly, thank you for your service. Thank you for your sacrifices. And thanks for making KW a better place to work for veterans, their families, and all the communities that we serve. Together, we're one team. Thanks.
All right. I hope that came across good for everybody. A really, really awesome thing that our organization, our global organization, is taking advantage of. You're going to see some fanfare around this come Thursday, which is Veterans Day. There will be a website to launch shortly thereafter. The official launches will be at Family Reunion 2020, but know that, and a reminder for anyone who hasn't, please let us know if you are an active duty military, military reservist, retired military spouse, or military family member. Very impactful for us to know that as we aim to support this community's growth and success inside of our market center. And as Carl mentioned in that video, everyone who identified is able to be identified as a veteran will receive this pin along with a note from our market center as a thank you for your service and for supporting the growth of this community. So for today's conversation, I'm going to stop the share here and pin a few people to the big board and have a conversation. Let's see if I can multiple pin here. All right, looking for one more. Jill, if you can. There you are. Hey, good morning. So, didn't mean to pin you, Art. Sorry. It's going for Nikki. And so we've got a few folks to join us today that have different relationships with the idea of veteran status, whether it be spouses or family members or themselves that serve. And so want to have a conversation with them about that, learn a little bit more about what we can do and what we do as realtors to support veterans and their families. So if we could start, we'll start, Marie, tell us a little bit about yourself, current service status, family members in the service. What's the headline?
All right, am I active now?
You are.
Okay. Next month will mark 16 years in the Air Force Reserves. I've served 100% of the time at the 910th Airlift Wing in Youngstown, Ohio. But I've gotten to travel all over the United States. My dad served as a Marine in the Marine Corps in Vietnam. And my uncle was in the Navy, and my grandfather was Marine Corps in the Korean War. So I came from a military family, but I am the first female military serving member in our family. So
Awesome. Awesome. Excellent. We'll circle back to you for some insights there. Jill, why don't you tell us a little bit about your military family?
My son is a United States Marine, and he's been in for 3 years, and he's just decided to stay in, and he wants to pursue special forces. I think because he was born in that post 9/11 era, he came out kind of marching, and I think it was a call for him. But besides that, my dad was in the reserve. He was a policeman. His 2 older brothers were in the Korean War. One of them was a POW and got out alive. And then I had another uncle who was in the Vietnam War, and a grandfather who was in World War II.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, sure. Sure. We'll circle back and learn a little bit more about your son and his service and what we can learn from that. I'll throw it over to Nikki. Nikki, you are a military spouse, if memory serves, correct?
Yes, I actually have quite a bit of military background and family. Excuse me. My first husband was a Navy squid. My second husband, he served in the Army in the Korean War. My stepdad served in the Army. He was a minister there, and of course heard many stories about him baptizing soldiers in the ocean. So, and then my brother and a sister had served in the Air Force for years. So it's been a part of my life for a while. Yes. So.
Yeah. Well, thank you for agreeing to join us. I'll throw it back to Marie first. Any major lessons learned from your time as a reservist that you've carried over into your real estate career? Anything that you feel like gives you an advantage as a realtor, having been a reservist?
Well, I will say, first and foremost, I've kind of, when you go into boot camp, you have to memorize certain sayings, and you have to memorize the Air Force core values and the Airman's Creed, and that is part of your memory work. And it has been ingrained in me for the last 16 years, service before self, excellence in all you do. And I just think that that's kind of the motto that I live by. The other lessons learned is, you really do have the ability to do anything you set out to do. When I enlisted, I chose my job. I enlisted as a medic. With that being said, I did not have a whole lot of interest in medical, in the medical profession. I was not into science whatsoever. I actually had a performing arts background. I was a professional ballet dancer, actually. And I traveled. I lived in New York City. I lived in Las Vegas, and I was in the arts. And I got injured, and I kind of got out, fell out of the art world. So in some ways it was a very different culture, but in other ways it kind of flowed right in, because of the discipline and all of that. But it was a little bit daunting to take on a new career. And at the time, I could not stand blood and guts. You cut yourself, and I would be like, ugh. I was so grossed out. But the Air Force gave me the opportunity, that you can do it. You're going to learn a little bit of the didactic work, but you're going to get thrown into these scenarios where you don't have time to really think about the disgusting or like what you're doing. You think about providing that care for, that military member. And I think that's kind of what has transpired, into real estate. Like, if I can do that, I can do this. And And you know, any scenario that I get thrown into, it's like, okay, what's the worst that can happen? You just do it. You just be uncomfortable, be in those uncomfortable situations, and you're going to get through it. And I just think like it really did showcase for me that I can overcome any of my fears that I had. And so, you know, it just kind of coincides with this transition I had into real estate.
Yeah, I mean, I heard scripts are apparently very important, and then I'm sure anyone who's worked a little bit of a bumpy deal probably feels like they've done some field triage. So I think that sounds like you've got a really strong background or transition there. I want to throw it back over to Jill and Nikki. You know, different perspectives for you two with family members, you know, spouses or children serving, but anything that you know, served as like a surprise, or anything that you see your son's compatriots going through or dealing with that you're like, wow, that's something that, you know, I wouldn't expect them to have to deal with from a real estate or a housing or anything like that. Like any ahas or surprises in watching family members, you know, grow their time in the service.
I think we haven't gotten quite there yet, because he's still like got a college mindset, which to him, you know, it's the here and now. But I like what Marie said, that, and thank you, Marie. I think that you can do anything. And I think that, as you know, now for me, I'm new to Keller Williams, but I think coming in and knowing what I know, I just think that we need to be patient, and I think we need to appreciate. And you know, recently when I was visiting Niagara Falls, and a family had wheeled their grandpa up to the edge so that he could watch the falls, and he had his veteran cap on. And there were so many distractions going on around, young people taking selfies and whatnot. And I just like, I get so emotional, and I had to go up to them, and, you know, I think to talk to them, like make them feel like they matter. You know, we don't know what other people are going through, or what they've seen, or what they do go through. And I think we just need to be patient and appreciate them, and just meet them where they are, kind of. I know that's kind of a spin. It doesn't have anything to do with my son, but thanks for the opportunity.
I think that's incredibly valuable piece of perspective for anybody, especially our veterans and active duty service members, you know, for the way that we approach people and our intentionality and being present in the moment. That's amazing. Nikki, anything that you would want to add there? You're muted, Nikki.
Not much more, but because I didn't choose to follow the military trail, I did choose another area where I could give back and help. And just I became a nurse, and even with real estate, I affiliate myself with the Homes for Heroes program. That not only focus on veterans, but any of our frontline workers as well. And I had the opportunity to speak with an individual that served in the Army and was going through PTSD. And I just had to, also there were some other issues that this person was having. And so just being able to meet her where she was, and to listen, and to see what she was trying to get to, and in her life right now, which was, oh, I need home. I have a dog that I just adopted, and I want him to be a pet service worker. And so a lot of things on her plate that she was trying to accomplish, but so much other things. So even with being in the military, being in the service, sometimes these individuals, they do come out injured, not just physically, but emotionally as well. So we have to be able to meet people where they are, as Jill said. And I thank Marie for serving as well. So it makes me feel good, even with that program that I'm affiliated with. It does take some of that capital from me, but it's not about the money, the monetary. It's about the giving back and being able to help those people get to what they're looking for, a safe haven for themselves. So, yeah.
I love that, and thank you for all that you do to support that community. And Nikki and Jill, thank you both for participating this morning. I know I had to do a little arm twisting, as neither of you really initially felt super comfortable with the conversation, but appreciate you providing perspective for all of our agents and everyone who's going to see this. Because, if anything, if a home is anything, it's a place for families. And so when individuals serve, families end up serving as well. And so I think that it's a great piece of perspective you add. Marie, I'll let you bring it home for us. Is there anything that you would want all of our agents to know as they might be serving or working with somebody from the veteran community or active duty military or reservist? Is there any advice that you would give or things that you would want them to know or do to better support those individuals throughout their real estate process?
The one thing that came to mind is that there are a wide variety of veterans out there. Myself, I've never deployed overseas. I don't know how I've managed to not deploy, but I just haven't. But I've done a lot of service here in the States. And, you can have the people who, spend years, in Afghanistan and Iraq and seeing things there. But, when people don't deploy, it doesn't mean that they haven't seen things or haven't gone through things. Working in the stateside hospitals, I have absolutely seen a lot of things. So I think that just being patient with your clients that are veterans and understanding that we all come from, different backgrounds, but we all come together to serve, for our mission to protect and serve our country. And if you have a desk job, that you should not discredit, a veteran for having a desk job versus being security forces or being, special forces. We all have a unique perspective and background that we bring to the table, and just be patient. A lot of veterans that are struggling they're not open books. They won't walk up to you and say, "Hey, I'm Joe and I have PTSD." So sometimes it comes off as odd behavior or, a little bit weird, or you don't understand why someone is having a reaction like that. And I guess my ask to everyone else in the real estate industry is just to be patient and just to understand and stay the course and try not to judge. And, from the bottom of my heart, I thank everyone for their support. I hear it a lot, like when I'm out in the community in my uniform, people stop and they thank me, but it's really everyone else's support that we need and that we count on. So thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you for your service. Thank you, ladies, for being a part of this morning. And thank you for all of your insights. Greatly appreciated. And then I'll just give one more plug for everything related to KW Military. You're going to see some more stuff coming out. If there's an opportunity or you'd identify somebody or someone in our ecosystem that needs to be included or incorporated into that, by all means, please let us, anyone in leadership, know, and we'll make sure that they can tap into all those resources. But thank you all very much for your time this morning. For everyone who was there participating yesterday, thank you again for a great session. And if you missed out on the business planning clinic yesterday, you don't have to miss out. Saturday morning, 9 a.m., November 20th, we will be doing the business planning clinic light version. So please join us for that. All right, guys, have a wonderful week and happy Veterans Day to early happy Veterans Day to all of those who it applies. Have a wonderful week, team.